Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today we're gonna review the Geprc T-Cube 18, a super small toothpick kind of drone. Boom. In the box you get your usual stickers, paperwork. In the accessory bag you get a proper removal tool, M2 key, M2 screwdriver and a lot of rubber bands to secure the batteries. And an extra set of Gemfan 45mm tri-blades. Let's talk about specs. First of all, it's super tiny, fits in your hand and also super lightweight. There are two versions of this drone. The analog is 38 grams and it's only 1S. This is the HD version, 42 grams, so not much heavier, but it's 2S power. And there is a misunderstanding on HD, because HD for me means usually DJI stuff, either O3 or Cadex Vista. Instead, this is HDZero. So at this time I don't have the required gear to fly. The carbon plates are 1.5mm and the bottom is unibody, so if you break an arm you will have to change everything. And the camera mount is made of aluminum. The antenna mounts at the back are TPU 3D printed, and also you have a 3D print to hold the buzzer, which is very rare to see on such a tiny drone. The motors are Geprc 1002 18,000 kV, and if you get the 1S analog version they are gonna be 25,000 kV. The flight controller is the same for both versions. It's a Taker F4 12 amps ESCs, 1 or 2S. The battery plug is a very long XT30 and you will need to slot the batteries between these two rubber bands. And boom, it's 3 days later, but I managed to stick a naked Cadex Vista in there. The O3 unit will fit as well, but not the camera, because this mount is made of aluminum and is only for 14mm camera. And like this, it's 48 grams, which is only 6 grams heavier than the HDZero version. I'm very satisfied with it. Of course, 6 grams is not negligible at this size. You will feel it a bit, but I still feel it will fly nicely. And I'm gonna try 3 different batteries. First of all, the recommended 380 milliamps 2S HV, then 550, and lastly a 720 milliamps, which will be probably heavy, but I'm curious. And this rubber band system is not too bad. And let's go. I love how silent these little drones are. It's crazy. It hovers at 22, 21. Wow, it's not bad. Even less than that. Crazy. So first thing first, let's go look for the usual test subject here in this channel, which I saw roaming around today is a little bit earlier. This camera mount is maybe a little bit high, but yeah, it's a little bit high, but you see the chicken in glorious HD with this Cadex Vista system. Now maybe I needed to lower the camera mount before attempting the chicken test, but there we go. Let's put it in acro, which is the way you are supposed to fly this drone. Oh, so I see a little bit of shake. Of course, this is not the official way of flying this drone, but yeah. I was too curious not to try, because anyways it would have been different, because the analog version is only 1S, so I don't have the motors for that. And yeah, I prefer going a little bit heavier, and at least I have a good video feedback. So flight-wise, it feels a little bit shaky. Of course, the tuning is not made to be carrying this extra weight, so maybe I needed to retune it, but yeah. Take everything in this review with a grain of salt. I believe the drone will fly amazing from the box. I will check out other people's review and let you know. Also I suggest you to check out other people's review if you're curious to see how it flies stock, either analog or HDZero. Here we are just testing how it works with the Cadex Vista. I mean, I totally believe this drone will be amazing if you keep it lighter, because it's really ripping. So with this small battery and this extra weight, it can definitely feel it. But I mean, it doesn't have much inertia, Oh my god, it really flipped. Okay, it was time to land anyways. 2 minutes and 47 is not too shabby. Let's fly again. So my antenna is half broken from that crash, the radio antenna at least. But I believe it's gonna still behave fine. Okay, with this 550 it seems to be flying a little bit smoother. Maybe the bigger battery is dampening a little bit of the shakes, and I still consider this a good weight balance. It's a good power to weight ratio. You can see it's a little bit shaky. Especially when I do something, it bounces. Again, it's not the intended way of of using this drone, and I believe if it was lighter, it would have been better, because probably it doesn't have the torque to contrast all of this extra weight I'm putting on it. But it's still behaving fine. Honestly, I would have expected a little better, because we are only 6 grams off of the original weight. So, wow, I am a little bit lost. Yeah, it's not too bad. Of course, weight goes up and also the energy consumption goes up. And the beauty about the Cadex Vista is that you can fly. Oh my god, what a close miss. Is that you can fly everywhere with this camera. It has an amazing range, much better than what analog and HDZero would have. So at least we have great range with it. The chicken is confused, super confused. Doesn't know what to do. Oh! Okay, chicken is safe. I kept flying and it did around 3 minutes and 10 with the 550 milliamps. And finally, let's fly with the 720. So this is a much heavier battery, of course, but it doesn't seem half bad. Oh, what the no, the Cadex Vista got disconnected. I don't know what happened really. Let's go look for the drone. It looks like the drone ended up on the other side of the fence. It took me some time to go recover it. I have tweaked the throttle a little bit. Now the minimum throttle is higher and it looks like, no, maybe nothing changed. I don't know, it looked like the drone was flying a little bit better, because it doesn't have the same shakes it had before. It still has a little bit, but it's flying much better. And I don't know if it's the tune or if it's the rubber bands that make the battery shake whenever I do flips. But for sure, with a little bit higher minimum throttle, oh my god, it seems like it's flying much better. And if you don't acro, if you don't push, if you don't do tricks, it's very locked now. Maybe the bigger battery is absorbing a little bit of the shakes, but you see, as a cruiser, it's not bad at all. Hey, do we have still the chickens around? I thought they went sleep. Oh, we have full of chicken. Okay, the drone is behaving much better now. Now I'm curious to put a strap on it and see if locking the battery makes it fly nice, because I think we are close. You see, now I feel like it's very locked. Until I make the battery move, maybe. I have the radio starts to be low battery, which is not good. I hope it doesn't die on me. But okay, it seems like the drone is flying nice now. I mean, I noticed that the drone, when it was sitting on the ground, not all of the propellers were spinning, and that's an issue, because when you ramp the throttle and you remove it, if some propellers are not spinning, you lose a little bit of the control you have midair, and that's why it can shake sometime. I mean, with this bigger battery, it seems like I can finally recommend this drone, because before I was not super sold on it. It was shaking like crazy. Again, I am using a battery that's not battery, a whole system in it that's heavier than it should. I also watched a couple of videos about the drone, and it seems like on the HDZero version you still have this shake when you do this kind of maneuver, which it would be better not to have. But on the analog version, that thing is incredibly solid. So the analog version, I can totally recommend it, because it's gonna fly just perfect. It seems like they didn't, I don't know, they didn't touch the tune on this 2S version. I don't know really, but yeah, finally. Or maybe it's just the controller that's no, the controller is fine. I mean, it's beeping sometimes. So, oh my god, that was a really bad crash. Last frame I saw, it was doom. I crashed camera first into the tree, and I knocked some components off of the sensor. Now the Cadet Vista is not turning on anymore, so I'm gonna troubleshoot it in a moment. But that's it for this review and for today's flying. Time for my opinion on the Geprc T-Cube 18. Of course, take what I say with a grain of salt. This drone is 6 grams heavier than how it comes from the box, but still it's close enough in my opinion, so it's gonna be valid. I went online looking for review videos, and despite the drone being out for 3 weeks already, no reviews. I only found 2 flying videos, really digging into YouTube. One is in Chinese, one is Russian. They are not doing crazy maneuvers, but it helped me understand how this drone works. So the 1S analog drone, I'm gonna link the video in the description. The 1S analog seems to fly very nicely. It's super smooth and the tune is on point. I can recommend that drone. I don't know how punchy it is, but it seems to fly perfectly. The 2S HDZero version, on the other hand, seems to fly close to what I have right here, maybe a little bit better, but still, if you fly smoothly and cruising and exploring, it's gonna be very locked. If you start doing freestyle, then you're gonna see shakes when you recover from flips and maneuvers, and that's not really inspiring trust. And I think the main purpose of a drone like this is to fly freestyle, and that should be spotless like the analog version is. So either they have to fix the tuning, either they have to secure the battery better because it's shaking on top of the drone. I don't know. BNFs should come perfect out of the box. So if you wanna buy this drone, I feel like the analog version is gonna be fine, and I can probably trust it enough to recommend it. The HDZero version, I give you a warning, go watch other reviews before pulling the trigger on that. I am sorry I wasn't able to provide you a perfect review today, and I had to modify it, but I sadly don't have the HDZero gear. And since they don't give me details of the drones, they only told me choose between analog or HD, and usually HD means DJI stuff. I didn't know they meant HDZero, so that's why of the misunderstanding today. And that's all for this video. Remember to like, subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think about these little drones, and if you maybe have it and you wanna leave your opinion under here, you're gonna help everybody with that. So thank you so much. If you wanna buy something, again, check the links down in the description below. Clicking on them, you will help my channel a lot, and many times you will find discounts. Thank you so much. Stay safe and happy flying. Bye.